If I asked you right now, are we in a bull run or a bear market, what would your answer be? Or more specifically, if I asked you, are we about to experience alt season, what would your response be? Because right now, it seems as though the entire market has flipped bearish. And a lot of people actually don't believe that alt season is going to happen. They think that there's way too many altcoins in this space. They think that this space is flooded with too many meme coins and that nobody's going to be a big buyer of the altcoin market. And there's just a lot of crazy narratives and ideas that are going around to persuade people to believe that we aren't going to see alt season. Now, in this video, I want to talk a little bit more about the information. And I want to talk more so about the stats that we have in front of us, the information that we have in front of us, the charts that we have in front of us, and really kind of go over this in depth and really kind of share with you guys where we are at right now, cyclical wise, but also, just overall why this year is going to be absolutely massive for a lot of these great projects like XRP, HBAR, XLM, and a few other ones. So welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So let's dive on in. Let's talk about a few things. Number one, the overall crypto market cap itself sitting at about $3.14 trillion. Not much has changed over the last couple days. So, nothing to mention there. In terms of fear and greed, though, we are down to 35 in the fearful levels. And you got to love to see this. Listen, believe it or not, I actually love when this market is fearful, when this market isn't doing much, because it doesn't, give us any stress. It doesn't give us any concern on, what should we be doing right now? We're not thinking about, all right, well, is now the time to take profits, or is now the time to be, doing X, Y, and Z? Typically, when I see sentiment as bad as it is now, it's pretty clear on what we should be doing. And that's typically accumulating the dip. And I really kind of use this as an example, going back to FTX, going back to Luna, going back to, COVID. That's like some of the worst sentiment levels in crypto, which were also the best buying opportunities, technically, even going back in time now and looking at them. The ROI tells you everything you need to know. Now, if we actually look at the last 7-day percentages here, in the top 100, it's pretty clear that altcoins have been getting absolutely slaughtered, and this is because of Bitcoin's recent moves with Bitcoin dominance. Now, if we look at XRP, down about 22% in the last 7 days, XLM down about roughly 21.5%, HBAR down about almost 25%, ADA down about 26%, and like I said, this is pretty clear across the board in terms of the top 100. I mean, the only things that are green right now is like, Leo, Tether Gold, Mantra, which, I mean, let's just be honest here. Ohm has been just insane this entire cycle. This is a project that actually got dropped in the free Discord channel around 90 cents, and this thing has been up only since. But outside of that, Barrett Chain just launched, which is the only other green project here. So, most, I would say almost all of the top 100 is in deep red, with the lowest percentage loss here being 30.2%, which is wild. So you could definitely see the flush happening here. You can see, in real time what the sentiment actually is. Even if we look at the community sentiment here in terms of like bullish or bearish, let's go to the top 500. So right now, there is still a lot of people pretty bullish right now on a few altcoins, but I just really want to look at this and dial it in terms of the top 100. Now, there's a lot of bias here. I'm sure that there's a lot of XRP holders or HBAR holders that are saying like, all right, well, I'm very bullish. If we actually look at the bearish side, though, it's pretty crazy to see this. Sentiment is still pretty mixed here, utilizing just community sentiment itself. Could this be bought? Sure, it could be, but I really kind of just go off of what the comments are like on the channel over on X. Whenever I make a bullish post now, it's met with a lot of people saying like, there's absolutely no way, like this can't be, the case. Like even XRP right now, it's sitting at about roughly $2.40, right? And if you were buying XRP at 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents, even all the way up to like $1, you're not looking too bad. But we have a lot of people that are saying XRP's at $2.40. How pathetic. Like, it's kind of crazy to me that we have a lot of this, negativity and hatefulness in the space when the chart looks like this. I mean, even if we're going off of just candles alone, we have 2 red candles here. We might get one more if we're going to follow this pattern back here from December. And we already know what the next moves were. Push up. I do believe that a $4 plus XRP is next after we get through this sell pressure. Now, like I said, if we think about this space right now, the best way to gauge this is just going off of what we know. First off, we are still very well in the 4-year liquidity cycle. Nothing has changed. I'm seeing a lot of people saying like, oh, this space is completely different now. This is a completely different cycle. And we've heard those arguments before. Nothing has changed. We're in a liquidity cycle. We're following the liquidity cycle. We're following it just like every single other election in the past. Let's go back to 2020. Election time, liquidity improves, market goes crazy. Into 2021, biggest bull run that we've seen yet. I mean, I do believe that this bull run is going to be much larger, but I go off of this because I put out this post just the other day and I said, what if it's really just that easy? Bitcoin dominance today with Bitcoin dominance back in 2020 and 2021 pictured on the right. The similarities are crazy. And here we actually have that chart. Again, on the left side is where we're at now. On the right side is the price move on Bitcoin dominance back in 2021. Just for reference, here we have Bitcoin right now in terms of Bitcoin dominance. Now, I do have this on the daily, but if we go back and look at this thing on the 3-day or even on the 1 week, okay, still have that image there. Let's get rid of that real quick, and let's just look at this real quick. I want to remove everything so that we can see this visibly. And here we have the sell-off. Okay, we have the sell-off, the jump up, a little bit of a sell-off, continuation. This should be our top. We should start to sell off. Why do I believe so? Well, here we have the drop, the move to the upside, the top, the sell-off. This is a very similar pattern. I mean, it's almost identical. It's kind of scary how similar it is. And this should be the top. If anything, we might have one more run up here if we're going to follow this to the T, which I don't believe that we're going to. We should already have seen the top in terms of Bitcoin dominance on this move. I do believe that the next weekly candle here will be red to start, the week of February 10th. And we should start to see some very strong movement to the upside. Now, again, I did make a post. This was the post here where I said, and I quoted everyone, the crypto bull run is over. And this is because of the, market nuking. And even here I said, how a lot of people believe that alt season is not going to happen. And I shared a few, images here. Okay. Those images were Bitcoin dominance on the 12-month. This is the macro view. 3 bullish, bearish. We already have the 3 bullish. We're waiting for the next one to be bearish. We could even see that here in terms of the actual Bitcoin price chart. Don't mind this. This is to go with the drawing that I just removed off this chart. But as you guys can see, we have the 1, 2, 3 bearish candle, which is technically bullish for altcoins. 1, 2, 3. So far, this has been a bullish candle. We're waiting for this to actually turn red and drop to the bottom, just like the 2021 candle for Bitcoin dominance, which I do believe is going to happen. Now, it's not just Bitcoin dominance that we can go off of. We can go off of the total, right? Which is a total crypto market cap. Again, very similar pattern here, where this next candle should be very bullish. We have yet to see that just yet. On top of that, we also have the total 3, which is the altcoin market chart. And as we do look at this thing, again, this current yearly candle, the candle of 2025, should be extremely bullish towards the end of the year. I am going to be watching these very closely over the next couple days, but even if we look at Ethereum, because again, we're still waiting on phase 2 of the cycle, which is when Ethereum really kind of steals the show. Let's go back to 2017. Let's go back to 2021. Okay, 2017, 500 and almost 20% of a price move to the upside. These are quarterly returns, by the way, for Ethereum. 2021, 160%. So far, Q1 of 2025 has been red. But as you guys can see, we have one red quarter, right? Followed by 2 green quarters. And the third one is typically very bullish. We have one red one in 2022, green in 2023, green in 2024. 2025 should be very, very bullish. We're going to be watching this closely, but I do believe that we are going to have a very bullish Q1 for Ethereum, followed by another bullish Q2, and also followed by another bullish Q3. And if it's very similar to other and past bull runs, then Q4 should also be pretty bullish, with a top in at least Q4, maybe even Q3, depending on if we do top early. But there's nothing different about this cycle so far. All the patterns are aligning perfectly. And you know what's crazy? If you are thinking that alt season is not going to happen, don't worry, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that in the past have also said that there will be no alt season. Here's an image that I found on X, actually. Now, this goes all the way back to 2016. We have 2016, 2017, 2021, 2020. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I mean, it's very, very clear here that almost every single time right before alt season does hit, we have the crowd on X saying, there's no way that alt season's going to happen. There's no way that alt season's going to happen. Alt season is, a thing of the past. There will be no alt season. That's what we hear every single time that we're so close to it officially beginning. Even here, January 2nd, 2021, no alt season this time. So dump the garbage while you still can. There is no alt season. Dead cat bounce for altcoins. Alts are going to die and there will be no alt season. It seems that there will be no alt season this year. Only Bitcoin season. Bitcoin has doubled in price with no alt season. Maybe alt season is a myth. Strategic move, and I agree, no alt season. I don't think we're getting another alt season. I don't really consider Ethereum an alt or any of the protocols you could build on. The money is institutions. They're not going to Uniswap, and most markets don't have the liquidity. So again, we constantly hear these arguments, and big shout to Tech Dev as well, because he put out a great post, and he even did say, this is the part where it becomes popular to say that what if no alt season? You're also going to hear, this market has changed. Things are different. This is not going to be your typical season of crypto in terms of like alt season. We hear it every single time. We actually look at this thing in terms of the actual cycle. We look at Bitcoin dominance. We look at the time period here. We look at everything. I mean, so far, nothing has changed. Absolutely. Like, I get that we have a president talking about, crypto now. We have all of these crazy things happening. It's no different than every other cycle. It's just another narrative. It's just more noise that we follow, that we listen to, and we say, all right, well, that's it. Super cycle. It has to be different. Everything has to be different. Guys, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. This cycle is still on pace to have a massive alt season. 2025 seems as though it's going to be the year for that. I have put my money where my mouth is. Listen, I'm fully invested in this space. Right now, I have a very strong allocation to a lot of altcoins, and I'm not phased at all right now. I personally believe that things are going to look a lot different. Give it a week, give it 2 weeks. I do believe that this cycle is just brewing right now, brewing for that next big move, and I feel like Bitcoin dominance is a very strong indicator of that. I am going to be watching this one very close over the next couple days, and I'll keep everyone posted in the Discord for sure. But You know, it feels as though we are on pace to have a massive alt season, and it feels like things are about to wake up in a big way. And I do think that a lot of people that are really kind of focused on the facts here, focused on the stats, focused on the information that we need to be focused on, um, you know, they're going to make a lot of money. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, set notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.